2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Good shot there, Beamer. Second shot here on the first. Going with the 5-wood.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Outstanding shot, high quality. And he's down there. You got to read?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, that looks like Seabiscuit in his prime. An opening eagle to get the day started.
Cannot imagine a better way to start their round off with an opening eagle.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Well, what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Going with the 8-iron here. And tidy looking shot, that one.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
That starts off on a good line.
And down it goes. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Oh, absolutely flushed. The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
Time now for the fourth shot. And after that effort, that's how it looks. How close was that to going down? Currently at -3 for the round. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Going with the 5-iron here. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. This one's online. Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
This player is putting for fun.
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
This one is chewing fiber.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Okay, time to return to the action. A chance to move to 5 under par.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, he's up, Tiger. 4 feet to the cup. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th. And this putt to move into the top 20. This is a good chance. And there it is. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Ooh, that almost went down. A chance to save the par if he can make this one. Ooh, nice line. There it is. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She got one back on that last hole.
Let's take a look at the current standings. He finds himself in a share of 15th position. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Attaboy, good shot. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Playing this one about 130 yards out. Yeah, well played. A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. Oh, you like me and thought that had a chance? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And down it goes. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Ooh. And this putt coming up for his par. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. And as we transition into the back 9, Rich, what are you seeing out there so far?
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Second shot here at the 10th. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
This one has eyes for the hole. Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
This one looks to be a tad wayward. Sitting at -6. Trying to break into the top 10. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Nice recovery there.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Chance to sneak into the top 5 here. Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Trailing by 4 strokes. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. This would be a great up and down. Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Currently 7 under for the event. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. And choosing the 8-iron here. Yep, give yourself a pat on the back. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Ooh. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. He finds himself in a share of 8th. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Going with the 7.
Nicely done.
A tie for 4th place if you can hold this putt. Okay, steady now. No, that's too bad. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Now 4 back after that hole. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Going with the 8-iron here. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Yeah, that was a safe play. Chance to move to 8 under here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, so close. This is a par putt. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
If you're going to put your foot down, this is as good a time as any. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Ooh, right by the hole. An opportunity to make a par here. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. Second shot here on the 17th hole. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
And back to the course with the live action. The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. What's in front of them, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
This one's dialed in. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. He's in a share of 7th place. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second. That dog will hunt.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
This one headed left.
A quality shot, that.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
And this putt is for a final score of 62.
This is on a stupendous line.
And that'll bring his tournament to a close. Well, Henny, when we saw this player pick out Lexi Thompson as their rival, we thought, wow, that was bold, that was ambitious, but they were up to the task and delivered the win.
Luke, Lexi does not take any prisoners. This player challenged her at the beginning of this event and beat her in the end. Great to be able to follow this individual battle throughout the event.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.